Today's going to be a tough one, I can feel it. I feel like it may be necessary for me to try and go through the things we know now before I get going, but if people aren't interested in that kind of stuff, then I'll leave a timestamp or something so people can skip forward. Anyway, Killing, Season 4, Episode 5. We've got 2 episodes to go. I imagine this episode may have a slight introduction to our, a little bit of hindsight into what happened. I feel like we're going to get a tiny little piece of it. But remember, there's 2 things we're sorting right now. The bodies have just been found of Skinner's victims and Skinner, so it's not just Skinner's victims that have been found. So basically, the thing they've been trying to cover up this whole time, the thing they've been trying to forgive themselves for, has just been revealed. We know Ruddock's onto them. I think that's one of the key things to remember. I'm freaked out. And the reason I'm freaked out is because the whole situation we're in right now of like, could they pin Sarah to the crime? Is it possible? I don't know. Because they've got the shells, right? Someone took the shells from Lyndon's home, a piece of information which has just fallen into the back. My biggest theory is that it's Holder. Holder went and took the bullets and he's kept the bullets in case and for whatever purpose so he can... I don't know, I've got this weird feeling like he's going to try and save Lyndon. But he's got a kid coming, so God knows, you know. Like, the whole climate of what this means is very complex. I don't want either of them to go down for it, but if one of them had to, could you pick? They both have got things that they're fighting for, right? Holder's got a child on the way, a loving partner. Lyndon's got a child and Jack, who's just been abandoned by his father. And then Lyndon's just had her mum try and reach out again and blah, 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 blah. So much has happened, and I felt like we were like, on the verge of collapsing, and then both of our characters have lifted themselves up a little bit and they've realised what they're fighting for. That whole situation. Lyndon was seen throwing a phone into the lake. That's a problem. There's a big issue which I don't think I need to talk about. That's just waiting for us this episode, because obviously we finished the last episode at the lake. In terms of the other stuff, I'm still really confused, and I think that's the beauty of this season, is because I've watched it and I've paced myself, you know, I've maybe have overthought about it. The person who killed them could literally be Kyle. He could have killed them and then asked for help. I don't know, like, I just have this horrible feeling like he did something. I don't know, and then, because I'm just trying to think, why would he kill himself? I don't think he'd kill Nadine, and if he wouldn't kill Nadine, Nadine must be the reason that he went to commit suicide, because finding her dead must have been what made him snap. There was like a nightmare that he had when he was like, Nadine was sort of like, have the monsters gone now, and she came out of the room. Because I've got this like weird feeling like he wouldn't want to kill her, right? He would have asked her to go to a room, he would have sent her away if he was involved in some way, shape or form. He wouldn't have allowed her to be a part of it. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, Nadine's the issue. Nadine's the thing that doesn't make sense. Because then you've got to think about the fact that now that he's in the school again, he's getting letters and he's got the gun sitting on the side and they're saying, finish the job, blah, 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 blah. Almost like trying to convince him that he did it. Like I said, which leads me to believe I don't think he did. I think he's been manipulated. I think I said last reaction, he's very, very impressionable. And who could have been the one to involve themselves in that? I mean, I keep looking back at the mistress, and I keep looking back at the mistress just because of the way she reacted about Philip. And then it was her car. We find out that that's her burgundy Corolla. It's crazy because my brain keeps going to a very basic theory. Maybe that's all I need. Maybe that's all I need. She was involved with Philip. I don't know why, because then you've got to think about the family day which preceded this mass murder. If the mother and the father went to this family day, someone at the school must have had an interaction which caused a snap, right? Which elicited this response to feel like they need to go and murder them all. My bet is that Kyle wasn't supposed to be a part of the picture at all. He flunked out on this camp thing. She genuinely thought she signed him out. He is down at the beach house with his girlfriend, and then he hears all the gunshots. I don't know, but then why would she not provide him with an alibi? Unless she thinks it's him. Unless he did go up to the house and then the gunshots happened. And you see where I'm coming from? It doesn't make sense to me as well. Like, if it's the mistress and she had a weird thing going on with the husband, maybe he was angry at him, why would she then go and proceed to murder him and then murder everyone else in the family? Wouldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't he murder everyone else in the family and make them watch? Like, is that just me that thinks that? It's such a complicated thing for me to think of. I don't know. The point is as you can tell, I'm all over the place. I will try my very best to solidify it today, guys. Oh, and also, this may be the reaction that we figure out what happened to Kelly. Look how many bodies there are, man. For God's sake. You think about how many people he killed. These are ones we didn't even know about before.
Deputy Commissioner said he wanted to attend the autopsy. Wants me to wait. Politics, I guess.
What?
He's got everything.
It's all circumstantial. There's no way you can prove those bullets came from my gun. Nothing has changed.
Well, who took the bullet?
Keep working our case, focus on Margaret.
And unless he finds the bloody bullets. Like, where are those bullets, for God's sakes?
It's Kelly.
Oh, wow. They found her.
It's our word versus his.
Detective!
We're gonna get trespassed.
Get a hold of yourself.
You can only hide behind these walls for so long.
This is private property. Do I need to get a restraining order?
Your
Ray?
car was spotted at a gas station between here and the Stansbury house the night of the murder.
One of my original theories about her was less that she did it, and more that she came and finished the job. Like, you know, someone did something that they shouldn't have, snap, they ring her. Who are they going to ring? Because the thing that's confusing me, there's so many moving parts, is that the wife had an issue at the school, and that she apparently had a sexual interaction with one of the students. The father had done something to the younger girl, and like, the girlfriend, should I say. So the parents just seem like, if it's all true, not good people. So who would have a general overall disgust for them? Maybe it was Kyle. Maybe Kyle found out about what happened at the school. Maybe he hated his mum for it. Maybe he found out what happened with his girlfriend. He hated his dad for it. Then he had the situation with his sister. He would get in trouble for this, and she would almost like golden girl, right? So he's got motive when you think about it. But is that me falling into the trap? Oh no, but here's another issue now. So I was just theorizing that maybe she came to clean up some of the mess. But Kyle was in a pool of his own bloody blood, having tried to commit suicide, which means whoever went and got changed at the gas station wouldn't have been Kyle. So it must have been someone else. It must have been another student, right? She must have been the culprit or protecting one of the students. Unless one of the students stole her car, which I think is a bit far-fetched.
I find it sloppy and pathetic that a woman in your position lets her emotions compromise her judgment so easily.
Surely she had some involvement helping one of her kids cover up
I'm
the
getting
issue.
a warrant!
Colonel Rain wants to see you, Cadet.
Feels like it's staring me right in the face, eh? She never really showed any particular interest in him beforehand anyway, right? Like, I don't think so, at least. Blimey, this show does my head in. But I love it.
I know you put those plans in my textbook. You don't know shit. I know more than you think I do.
I think it's the guy
coming
that's
back.
leading
All
him.
of it. Everything that happened that night is coming back to me.
Wait, is it?
Wow. I totally don't believe you.
I don't think it's
If you
him.
did remember, you wouldn't be butt buddies with AJ. You still don't remember what he did to you that last fucking family day, huh?
Do you see
What
what
are
I
you talking about?
mean?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Yeah, whatever.
Has access been revoked or something?
Denied.
Whoa.
Carolyn? We need a warrant approved. Right now, I can't wait. What are you
Hold his
doing
partner.
here? One of our
You
warrants
can't
was
just-
denied, and we need to know what the hell's going on.
Surely you can't just go to his partner and...
Never happened this before.
I'll see what I can do. I'll make some calls in the morning and try and find out what his reasoning was.
No, we can't wait. Can't be tomorrow. It needs to be right now. If you don't want to help us do our job, you can just say that.
Hey, Linda, chill.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do what I can.
Way to burn some
What is your
bridges.
problem?
Just do what you can.
Come on, Lyndon.
Oh,
Get your
back
head in
in
the
time.
game.
You can't be running around burning the only bridges we got left.
That's exactly what I just said.
Give me the keys.
I understand the frustration. I really
It's
do.
my car. I don't want you smoking in it. She's here, right?
Wow.
They found her?
She's at the morgue.
So we definitely know that for sure, eh? There's no loophole there.
I need to see her face just one more time. She's...
You can't. There's nothing left to see.
Wow,
She
magic.
doesn't even have a face anymore. Want to say goodbye to that? Let's go, come on. Let's go.
Hold
Let's
it,
say goodbye to
stop
Cal.
her.
Let's go.
No, right!
God's sakes. Why does it have to be so negative, man? This... I know it's supposed to be the big climax and like the worst situation we've been in, and it's supposed to be like that, but there's an episode and a half left, or episode 3/4, and we're dealing with this. All the other season struggles seem like nothing right now compared to this.
Gotta love that feeling. Look across the table at your guy and they still think they got away with it.
Oh, just why do I think that they just need to talk? It sounds crazy, but he's never liked her, but at least hold her. Because I still believe he will come round for some reason. I don't know.
I know. Skinner was a Pied Piper. I know you and Holder were both out at the lake that night. You pulled the trigger, didn't you?
You're even more incompetent than I thought.
He's not, clearly.
It's only a matter of time until I get proof.
Because he's like gunning so hard for her, eh? So the proof he needs is the bullets.
Only reason we dredged the lake is because Holder blabbed.
So basically what they're saying is he knows, and she knows he knows, and he's not falling for Lyndon's act anymore. He knows. No, it could just be... Whoa! So that's AJ's room, right? Yes? Oh my days. But then why not him? Because he was never supposed to be a part of the problem, right?
The head of St. George's filed a formal complaint with the DA against you and Sarah for harassment.
Imagine he tells her, like...
You have to think about your priorities, Stephen. You can't afford to throw away your career or our future over some case.
Unfortunately, this is not just some case.
Never gonna get that warrant.
I'm going to a different judge then.
You do that and both our careers are over.
We don't do that and we can't help Kyle.
Is he the only one you care about?
God's
See
sake.
this fucking shitstorm right now.
To be honest with you, of anyone to go though, I feel like Lyndon will. Maybe this is her last case. Maybe this feels like her last day as a police officer.
We're on the same team, remember?
Are we?
I feel like we question this stupid thing every season, for God's sakes.
I just wanted to set the record straight, detectives. My vehicle's parked outside.
You and Philip Stansbury were having an affair, weren't you?
Yes, we were. What kind
I
of
knew
details
it.
would you like?
When she said Philip from episode 1, I bloody well knew it. The other thing we haven't taken into account, guys, that we need to remember as well and be very, very thoughtful of, the girlfriend we know was there because she admitted that she was in the beach house. We know she was in the vicinity. And we've just completely stopped investigating that. We don't know for a fact she didn't go into the house. Maybe the girl that was into Kyle wasn't... Maybe she was also having a thing with one of the other cadets. Maybe, because she had a weird issue with the father. And there was still no forced entry. Like, what the... Well, her fingerprints were all over the house, though. They've said this before. She has been and around the house.
That's your car, isn't it, Margaret? I know women like you.
What?
Alone in the world.
I didn't kill him and massacre his entire family.
You see, I kind of believe that, but I don't believe she had no part to play in covering the bloody thing up.
My friend Charles Ross was with me all night.
You
You can find him at the dance studio he owns. Not everything is always what it seems.
Why
Exactly.
did you leave the army? You killed civilians.
Oh, shoot.
Have you ever fired your weapon, detective? Or watched someone die right in front of you?
What are you doing here, cadet?
I'm looking for Colonel Rain.
She's off campus till this evening.
Whoa.
Is there something I can help you with, cadet?
Bro, I would not feel safe at that school at all, you know.
I didn't realize you knew where I lived.
She come to see her mother. As long as they don't start to portray this as, oh, sorry, but I'm gonna need to leave Jack with you. I do not want to hear that nonsense.
I need you to do something for me.
What?
If
She is asking that.
anything happens to me or if I have to go away, I need you to take care of Jack.
You're taking the mickey.
Sarah, what's going
Imagine Jack has to live... I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just
It's nothing.
without his bloody mother.
I never stopped thinking about you, Sarah.
It does feel good that she's getting a little bit of closure at least.
Why did you let go of my hand?
I was young. I was afraid.
It's horrible. Well, that connection's been made and it's not going to go away now. I'm happy that they've had this moment, you know?
AJ told me to be ready and waiting at midnight.
For what?
I don't know. I guess it's some tradition they do every family day for new cadets.
Yeah, I love you.
No, it's Jack and his girlfriend.
It's like obvious, right?
Oh,
I just feel bad about lying to her, you know? Saying that my dad didn't want me.
oh, wow. Why did he
But
say...
like, she's just got no one else. And I don't want her to be alone all the time.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you're not gonna hold Joy's whole
Now,
life.
surely the end of this is her finally taking that bloody flight to go live with him. Surely. I will be utterly and flabbergasted if the show turns around and goes, oh, let's just put her in prison and end it like that. But he's right, though. She is alone and she doesn't have anyone.
What are you hiding from me? Quit playing games with me and tell me.
Don't go in the showers tonight.
What? Why?
Don't
Get the fuck away from me, man. Why?
Don't go to the showers.
Why?
What the hell?
He's remembering. But he won't stop asking me about that night.
Lincoln's right.
Oh.
What the fuck are we gonna do about it?
Oh.
Nothing. We stick with the plan, and everything will be fine.
Plan's falling apart.
Kyle still doesn't remember.
I just told you.
Holy shoot! 1, 2, I thought this guy wouldn't be involved at all. There you go. They all know something that we don't know. Whether it's just about Family Day, whether it's about what. They know something, period.
Now, both of you need to calm down and stop acting like hysterical, stupid children.
Just don't go to the showers. Why would he then help Kyle, though?
Well, if I hadn't gone back in the house that night to get that other gun, we'd be fucked.
You are out of order, cadet.
Whoa!
And trusted you from the very beginning. I even became that loser's friend.
Oh,
I've done everything you said to protect
Kyle.
us and this academy.
Kyle is not to be touched. Do you understand me?
Getting soft, Colonel.
oh.
Dismissed.
Whoa.
Dismissed!
Oh my days.
Dismissed!
So we know that that guy went back in to get the other gun.
Chuck's alibi and...
Why did they just leave it in the first place?
I know what you said at the NA meeting. I told everyone what we did.
We did? I didn't do anything. You're the one who couldn't keep your shit together. I
Please.
was just trying to help you.
I told you to walk away. You wanted to stay. I would have been a lot better off on my own.
I fucked up, okay?
Don't end it like this.
You're just a fucking junkie like the rest of them. What kind of father you're gonna be?
I was jacked to him, by the way. Oh, snap. Classic Lyndon. Not giving a shit about anyone who's still
God
alive, not
sakes.
even your own son. The only people you care about are dead. Tell little man I said adios.
Fuck you!
Yeah, fuck you too!
So Lyndon and Holder, I would argue that they've probably collapsed now, or they're on the verge of it. There isn't really much they can do. Ruddock's onto them. Lyndon thought she was fighting for something. Jack was lying to her. Now she's got what? She's spiraled even further. Like it's just a mess. So now we have confirmation that 3 characters have got some kind of connection to what happened. Colonel Rains, AJ, and I forgot the other guy's name. They mentioned the second gun, which means they must have been present when Kyle did that. Or they forced it on him to do that. One of the two. We don't know.
What's going on, Mom?
Nothing. I'm just not great at this.
This is the last we're going to see of Jack,
Hey,
isn't it?
Mom, get on that plane and go back home.
Hate this because they're preceding something horrible.
You should be
Aren't they?
ashamed of anything.
Go with him. Not now, but
Because no matter what happens to me, you were always my best thing. You're my best thing, Jack.
I'll see you summer break.
my heart is telling me freaking go with, man. Just go. So horrible to me that in season 4, the darkest we're gonna see our characters seems to be the end.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
I know about Skinner.
Surely he comes round, right?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I got both your phones traced to the lake that night.
I'm trying to help you, Holder.
The only reason we dredged the lake is because Skinner's wife saw Lyndon out there.
So what, pin it on Lyndon?
Lyndon is bringing you down, man. You got a kid on the way.
He's always really
Family to
just
think about.
hated Lyndon though. Would Holder really go against Lyndon like that?
Just go on the record. I'm going to the deputy com tomorrow morning. I'm telling him everything.
Oh,
This is your chance.
God's sakes.
Dig yourself out of your grave. Call me.
Oh, Jesus. So this is what happens on family day. Initiation. Don't tell me it's that slapping thing.
You're such a fucking idiot.
You still haven't shown your slut mother how much it is that you love her.
The hell? That's
Starting to remember now?
disgusting.
Welcoming ritual for all our first year cadets. Your mother sent you to us because she loves you.
Show Molly how much you love her.
What the hell? Disgusting.
Cadets, you all love your mothers, right? Yes, sir! We all love our mothers.
Make mommy proud.
There we go.
You did this to me that night.
Disgusting.
Did you kill my family?
What is he talking about? He's crazy. His brains will shut up and shit.
Nah, he's-
Post-traumatic stress bullshit.
Oh! Yeah, now what? Because they know he bloody remembers.
AJ and Lincoln and all of them, they're after me, and they took me to the latrines and they made me...
Easy. Just slow down.
I remember. It was that night.
I'm gonna get you some water. Just keep breathing.
No, don't drink anything, for God's sakes. He's not her kid, is he? No way. No. I'm being a bit stupid right now, right?
Kyle. It's not what you think.
You lied to me. You always lied.
No,
You what?
No, I've been protecting you. I would never let anyone hurt you. Kyle, don't go!
What? Whoa. Shit, this reminds me of season 1 as well. He didn't run out with a gun either, did he? That's someone else shooting. You know what? I have this weird feeling that he's what's her name's child. This really weird feeling inside, like, or some kind of weird relation to her, because I would never let anyone hurt you. And then if she comes out and kills those two boys trying to hunt down, still doesn't really add up though. Like, something's not working in my brain. A part of me feels like I would not be surprised if they turned up, those two boys, went and attacked the family. Their whole incident ensued with Kyle, and then they called her. But then it's like, it still doesn't feel... It still feels so off. What the hell have I just watched? Okay, so... Sorry, my dog's snoring. I don't even know if I want to film an outro. Like, should I even film an outro at this point? Like, I feel like everything's just been thrown in the air, and it's at the point now where I'm just like, okay, I don't even want to theorize. Why would I want to theorize right now? So we knew Margaret Rains had some involvement because of her car and blah 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 blah. We knew there was something there, something odd. We didn't know completely what it was though. And I still hold my belief that she may have been the one that tried to stop Kyle from killing himself. Like you see how she held that gun, right? Like, I still have this feeling, like this strange, odd feeling inside. But yeah, we got this revelation that 3 people know. Period. Obviously, they got this sick ritual thing. Like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't even know if I can speak about this. It's disgusting. But then, how do they go from that to murdering his whole family? Like, isn't it not just so bizarre to any of you? Like, what's the motive? Oh wait, no, because didn't they say Didn't they say something about the mother trying to get Carl to touch her or something like that? And obviously if she had a thing for young boys and it was like maybe she did that to others at the school, etc, maybe it would make sense why Margaret would then want to go and kill her, or she would want to try and evoke some kind of, yeah. But then maybe, like I said, what they didn't predict was that Carl would try and kill himself, because if you killed Nadine, of course he wants... You think if when you kill the one person he cares about in his family, he's not going to lose control, right? So maybe they didn't predict it. Maybe. Utterly bonkers. Like, this episode has been all over the place. Lyndon and Holder falling apart. Holder someone trying to convince Holder to go against Lyndon. Like, they are at their weakest I've ever seen them. We've got an hour, how many episodes? Like, one episode, right? I bet you it's an hour long. That's literally all we've got. Seems like the whole last season, all that stuff's been cleared up that I was confused about. I'm more worried about Lyndon. How does Lyndon get out of this? Unless Holder says something about tries to go down for her. Imagine that. Imagine Holder tries to go down for her. But then maybe they don't find enough evidence. Maybe he gets let out, or like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it will have some happy ending. Like, it has to, right? They cannot end 4 seasons worth of pain and depression with that. It just doesn't feel right. Like, if they do have either of them go down for this, it just doesn't feel okay. What I want to happen is I want Lyndon going back to where Jack lives and living, basically retiring, right? Because this has but consumed her. It's all consumed her so freaking much. And I want to see her happy with Jack. But then there's Holder, who's lived a tough life as well, and I want to see him happy with his baby and his partner. Who took the bullets? Key thing. Who took the bullets and where are they? Have I just completely flown over that and we've already found them again? I don't think so. The bullets are still missing, and it doesn't make sense where they are. And now it also kind of looks like we're going to have to try and solve this case separated, because there's so much tension between them. It's mental. If I'm honest with you guys, I'm not happy. I think I'm not happy because I felt like last case left a lot of questions unanswered, and first and second series were fantastic. Like, I thought, like, constantly I was questioning. The third season, I felt like I kind of aced it so early, and it was like, it didn't really make sense how I could do that, and I was still trying to second guess myself, like, why, and I felt maybe it was too obvious. And then that leads into season 3, when I'm still thinking about season 4, but I'm still thinking about season 3, but I should be thinking about season 4. And I think it's just confused me. But maybe in disguise I like that. I think I'll make my mind up about that at the end of the season, because I just feel all over the place. And until I get the resolution, until I get the ending and understand it all wrapped in together, I won't be able to make a decision as to how much I enjoyed it. I know it's not supposed to be a happy show, right? And I know that. If anything, this series feels the darkest. It really does. Maybe I like that. Maybe I don't. So I guess partially, like, my theory going before this episode was that Margaret had some kind of part to play in some way regarding this crime, and she knows about it, so she's got to know something, right? There needs to be some kind of, I think that I always felt suspicious of her. I always did. Now, in terms of the characters that I didn't get, I think I said before this episode, AJ, I feel like has got something to do with it, but the girlfriend, that still confuses me because she's just gone. Like, maybe she didn't have anything to do with it. I think that's where I was misled at the start of this episode. I did not predict that other guy. Like, I literally said at the start, there's no way he has anything to do with it, right? He's just an asshole. But once again, I think that's been well disguised. Shit, man, I can't watch the next episode right now, but when I come to it, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, I don't know how I'm going to cope. But yeah, I think I need to leave it there, guys. If you enjoyed it, as ever, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And of course, follow the Instagram, Daniel Reed with 2 Ds. And there's a link down below what you thought of the episode, the reaction, and I'll get to those thoughts as soon as humanly possible. When this comes out, I definitely would have seen the last one, so don't worry about spoilers. Unless there are people in the comments that don't want spoilers. You can see what it's done to me. I was just drained the heck out of my emotional battery, like, I kid you not.